So yeah, for those who didn't hear the news today, Mike Morhaime, who was one of the co-founders of Blizzard, and he left Blizzard, I want to say 2 years ago, 3 years ago, something like that. He actually started up a new studio today. And actually not just one, but two. And as part of his new teams, he has pulled in a lot of his former friends. And so basically what has happened here is it's been known for a while that the heart and soul of Blizzard is essentially gone at this point. Because when Activision in particular bought them out, they sort of just drove Blizzard into the ground, pushing all of the really, really good people away. I think there's maybe only a couple people left. Like Jeff Kaplan, as an example. He's still the head guy at Overwatch. He was one of the, like, original Blizzard dudes. But yeah, other than him, there isn't too many left. And so just a lot of them have left over the years. And so now they're getting back together and they're doing something new. So Dreamhaven is the overall initiative. And then the two new studios, one is called Moonshot and then the other is Secret Door. And this website goes into detail about basically who he brought with him and who's heading up these different studios. And it's basically just all ex-Blizzard peeps. So, honestly, I feel pretty bad for them because Blizzard is such a well-known name. And through the 90s, through the early 2000s, and even up to today to a certain degree, they have so many incredible games, so many incredible IPs. They've done so much for the industry, and it was these guys who did it, and they basically had it taken from them. I mean, obviously it's their fault for doing the buyout and all that stuff, but if you kind of think about that, it's like these guys created Warcraft, World of Warcraft, StarCraft, and just this, it's like they were on the forefront. You could maybe even say they invented esports, and it's like the guys who created all that don't have control of any of it anymore. It's all Activision. So, I mean, that would suck. It's like I created, you know, the IP of Warcraft and all this lore and spent all these years creating all this stuff, and it was basically taken away from me, and I had to leave the company and all this and that, and it's like, man, that would suck because it's like that was your dream. But they're getting back together, and they're going to start over from scratch. So it's going to be very interesting to see what they do. And I think a lot of people are surprised because you would think they would, okay, put this together and they have one studio and it's like, all right, one studio, let's make one game, right? Let's just get our first game out there. But no, they're going powerhouse with the two different studios working on multiple games at the same time. That's pretty interesting. And I wonder, now that they have done this, I wonder if a lot of their other friends will rejoin them, like Jeff Kaplan in particular. Kaplan, he was the head guy on World of Warcraft for a long time, and so I wonder if he sees something like this and he's like, you know what, I want to go join my friends. So yeah, really interesting stuff. Yeah, but they set up a new Twitter account today and all this stuff, and so that's Mike Morhaime right there. But yeah, you can see they don't have much on Twitter right now, other than like the initial announcement. But yeah, good for them. I also kind of hope that the guy's name who I can never remember, and I think I say that every single time. The guy who was really the heart and soul of Blizzard. I hope he joins this crew, because I in this press release, I'm pretty sure his name is not mentioned. But he was like one of the original Warcraft guys, and he's like the voice of Thrall and all this and that. Why do I have such a mental block on that guy's name? Somebody in chat, help me out. Chris Metzen. That's the guy's name. Chris Metzen. But, yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on Dreamhaven, Moonshot, and Secret Door and see what they come up with. I wonder if they go back to their roots, so to speak. I mean, I know they did stuff before the RTS of Warcraft, but really it was Warcraft that was kind of their first, like, really, really big thing. So I wonder if one of these studios is going to do a new RTS. Also, just kind of based on their logo here, it's like their logo has like a little bit of everything. It's got like, you got these spaceships, you got a hot air balloon, you got something that looks very Fable-esque. You got like some kind of a wizard tower thing going on, and so their logo's kind of all over the place. Or as far as we know, this could be the look at the first two games they're making. It could be one game is going to be something, you know, medieval style with boats or, you know, something along those lines, and the second one is going to be sci-fi. Heard it was being funded mostly by Mike Morhaime. That doesn't surprise me. It's kind of like with Ashes of Creation, even though they did the Kickstarter, it's mostly being funded by Stephen Sharif. So yeah, it's like, let's just get the first game out, get the first couple games out, start getting in some money, and hoping he can just make it all back. That's probably what he's thinking. But yeah, any other thoughts on that, chat? But yeah, just really interesting stuff. We probably won't see anything out of this for 3, 4, 5 years. Although, you know, one thing that Blizzard was always famous for, which includes these guys, is Blizzard was always famous for really taking their time. Like, if they had a game come out once every 5 to 7 years, that's what they were known for. So I wonder if they're going to take that approach on things again, or if they're going to do something a little bit more current.